brain cake pieces that dropped onto the bakery floor. Old episodes, off the rails episodes, and out of the norm content are wrapped up and refrigerated, but are still just as delicious as ever.
Hola, amigos. It is I, Jimothy. Kiwi has absconded to Massachusetts for vacation.
He's off to get burnt at the stake.
Yeah, him and his love have went out to go hunt witches or whatever it is you do in Spooky Town, USA.
I hope that's not what they're doing. That's kind of the thing there.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
We'd be going quite archaic times, man. We're spinning that circle back. We want to go back in time before we had all.
I didn't say I wanted to go back to that.
Well, I mean, we'd be fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, ain't nobody gonna drown us, are they?
No, we'd be okay. We're not the accusers.
We're not partitioners of the black arts.
No, I just hope I'm not Giles Corey.
I don't know. Sometimes I
That's
dance
pretty
naked
rough
in the forest. So
Shit now. I would like to say here, folks, this is audio only, so if you're on the YouTube, I'm sorry for the lack of visuals. You'll have to just do with our lovely voices, and you are hearing Jimothy along with the Jer and Mr. Brock.
That's me.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Which one I was identifying that to, you'll never know. One or the other.
guys, just picture a smoky room with an air conditioner in the background and panel walls.
Yeah. Well, that's if we were coming from our main headquarters, which, yet again, Kiwi is gone. He has disappeared into the night, into Spooky Town, USA, and has left us the keys, not to his recording station, where the mixer is, and where all that good jazz is. We are trapped in Jer's cuddle dungeon.
In the void.
In the void, yeah. With a blue microphone instead of the mixer. Old school is what we're doing here, I guess.
Vlog style.
Yeah, vlog style without the camera.
It's good that way sometimes.
It is, and you know what else is good?
A sweet cake.
A sweet cake. And did you know the blue whale? I only bring this up because you guys were talking about whales.
Well, I was talking about sea monsters.
Well, you said whales roll over on their backs and show their cocks.
I thought we were talking about
That's a sea monster.
On our buttholes. That's what we were talking
Oh, look,
about.
there was a lot of things we were talking about. You all were talking about buttholes, and I'm not sure what that was. And then there was something about sea monsters and whales. But a whale ejaculates 5 gallons of semen every time it comes.
That's almost as much as me.
Damn, dude. How much did you do? 6?
About 5.5.
God, you all could feel like a swimming pool, bro.
I have.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to picture that, man.
It took me a couple months.
That's a lot of effort, man.
I was really tired after.
I bet you look like goddamn Popeye though.
well, now I have further questions.
I mean, I have a lot of questions. If Brock was able to fill up a swimming pool full of
Are the
juice,
sperm smaller?
I had help.
how big is your urethra?
I had the family over.
Did you have to like put an extra slit in it to come like that much?
I actually did the hot dog thing, you know.
That's a large.
You've one guy, one screwdriver. That's what you do.
Yeah, and then I just sat in the pool.
You just pump a hook a pump up to your testicles and just,
I'll have all the children and everybody coming over and
spray it like water hose.
being like, "What's Uncle James doing?" Oh, he's filling up the swimming pool for the summer.
Yeah, for the kids.
For nobody.
Kids always get in swimming pools. Man.
But it's gonna be the dirty, pervy uncle that gets in there and swims around. He's like,
out of it.
He's like, "Damn, man, did you put salt water in the swimming pool? What the hell is this?"
That's just piss, man.
What's
This is
that
from the
say?
Atlantic.
They say the saltier the water, the more buoyant you are in it. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be like walking around the fucking Dead
You
Sea.
won't be able to dive.
Smack it.
You just
You're
float right back up if you try to dive off a diving board.
you're like jumping into a pool of jello.
Actually, just ricochets you back up to the ceiling.
A pool of
There's such
jello actually
buoyancy.
sounds terrifying. I feel like it'd be hard to get out of.
Well, I mean, I imagine semen would be the same way.
It's like, man, what'd you do? Get fucking... you got hagfish all in your swimming pool, man.
Oh, God. Or the
Smell.
eels. The eels that produce the slime.
That's hagfish.
Is it hagfish?
Yeah, that's hagfish. That's what. Yeah, that's. Oh my god, those things actually kind of terrify me.
Well, I mean,
Can they hurt you? The slime ones? I know
No,
the
not
electric ones
really.
can,
But if you were trying to eat it,
it would be disgusting.
like literally, like sharks can straight get fucking murked because they tried to eat a hagfish. And
Really?
it just yeah.
They
Like it'll
produce,
clog
like,
their
they
gills
choke.
up and they choke to death.
Oh, okay.
These things have been around.
I imagine suffocation. You know.
Yeah.
But this also kills the hagfish. Or do they
No,
live sometimes?
the hagfish just does that as it's a defense mechanism. They secrete that fucking jizz like gooey ooey substance.
Mucus.
What do they make it out of,
That's
you
what
think?
we call it.
I don't know,
Like
but
KY?
that's where we get our KY from.
It's probably somebody's tried that.
Oh
Oh
god.
my god!
Somebody's tried it for sure.
I use a
Some
hagfish
fish
as a condom.
This is my pet hagfish. They keep it in an
God.
aquarium next to the bedroom.
No.
And when it's time, that
they
special time,
agitate it
they
and
just
make it.
reach their hand down and then they go on in there.
You know what hagfish do, don't you?
No.
Like how they survive. Like they don't have any eyes or anything. What they do, like how they eat, is like they burrow in through the asshole of whatever fish it is
That's
or
a good
whatever
way.
creature it is that they just live in and just eat it from the inside out
Until they're done.
until they're done
Why didn't the fish move while this is happening?
because they're dead.
Oh, so how do they?
They're
they
those
die
kind of
first?
creatures. They're like they're
Oh, I
not.
got you.
they're to the
I got
bottom
you.
feeders.
They're bottom feeders. Yeah,
got you.
practically.
So now, are they in the Pacific or the Atlantic or both?
I'm not real sure on that, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a marine biologist. I just know a little bit about hagfish from a few YouTube videos I saw.
It's a good thing to know about.
But they're fucking kind of fascinating. Like they look like they come straight out of hell to me. Like they don't look like anything other than just ocean worms.
Well, the fact that they produce so much mucus just reminds me of like small children.
Yeah, there was like a wreck or something, or some sort of car accident that happened with a bunch of hagfish in the back of a vehicle. Like I don't know if they were being
They were transporting hagfish.
I guess so.
Somebody should have busted them.
I think like maybe I might be wrong. Like Jared, maybe you could look it up. I feel like there's something from the hagfish that's used in a delicacy, or people eat hagfish.
It sounds like a Japanese thing.
I want to say it's somewhere over.
They
in
got a lot of
Asia.
slimy foods.
Yeah, I think it is Asia. I could be wrong, but
I mean, I like some slimy foods, but
if
that's what I associate it with.
if a car accident can happen or these things are being transported and they scatter so much of that fucking jizz all over the road,
Oh, everybody's gonna wreck.
well, they close the roads down for hours just to clean
Just
it
to
up.
clean up.
Yeah, you're not driving through that. Like, if you see how, like, viscous this fucking secretion is that this thing produces. Like, I watched a video where a shark bit into one, and literally you could see the entire film. Like, when the jaw opens its mouth, it's all you see. Like, it is this giant film. Makes me think of, like, anything from the movie Critters. Like, when I was a child, freaked me out. Ugh.
So
What's
it
up?
says that the synthetic hagfish slime may be used for ballistics protection, firefighting, anti-fouling, diver protection, or anti-shark spray.
What the fuck is anti-fouling?
Uh,
Is that like anti-cockfighting?
I think it's like to keep
yeah, to keep stuff
metal
fresher,
from
I
rust.
guess.
I thought it was like keeping metal from rusting and keeping
Gotcha.
stuff from.
I see.
I don't know though.
It's a hyphenated word. It's anti and then fouling, F-O-U-L.
Adding some type of longevity.
Yeah, I imagine.
Ballistics.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, hagfish. And apparently they've been around like probably like they're probably one of the oldest living beings on the planet.
That sounds like one of the
And-
first things you'd try. you know?
Yeah.
If anyone's interested, you can find the picture of the car incident if you just search hagfish on Google.
Oh my.
Look, can I see?
That's not what I imagined.
Yes.
I imagined a truck.
Yeah. Oh
This
yeah,
is
no,
like a sedan.
Yeah,
So
why is
this
it in a
looks like a
sedan?
blue whale just came all inside the car.
That's not what it looks like.
That's
when a blue
what
whale
that's what
comes inside the
Brock.
car.
No, you had Brock in the back seat.
That's right.
Brock was in the trunk and he got excited. They hit
Got
a
a little
bump when they were
excited.
driving and he just.
That was 2 times. That was a long car ride.
Yeah, it's a long way from your house to the gas station.
Yeah.
It's just right down the street. It's a long time.
So they're actually rather small, and it was a rather large quantity because you can kind of see them strewn down the the highway.
Yeah, dude. Like
That's
one can
unfortunate.
produce a lot. Like they can produce quite a bit of mucus.
I imagine, dude.
But you can see why something like that would have been around literally as long as
Yeah, I mean,
really things have been existing. How are you gonna what's going to attack that and want to deal with that?
more than once at least.
Like
You
if
know?
a shark is willing to take a pass on you, because like no, bro, you're a choking hazard even for a shark, even though you're tiny.
The things that eat tires.
Yeah.
So, like, you look at a hagfish and then you say, well, what the fuck would extraterrestrial life look like? Because that's fucking weird as hell. They have a skull but no vertebrae.
They literally do look like alien beings, man. Like
They produce
hagfish.
like maximum fucking mucus. They eat like carcasses from their asshole.
Well, you should try that. I mean, that sounds okay, actually.
I mean, I'm not a vulture or a scavenger, so
Would they be upset about if it was bleached or not?
I don't know. I don't know if they prefer bleached asshole or not.
They may. Well,
They may,
hagfish
well-
can't see, so they probably wouldn't care. But what about a vulture? They might.
Yeah, but it might smell.
Vulture might be disturbed by that. They're like, this is still living. How
Yeah.
this hasn't
gotta-
defecated itself.
We gotta wait. We'll wait it out.
Well, maybe they look at it as seasoning. Like, well, this one's not seasoned properly.
Seasoning.
Birds probably carry around little salt packets, you know?
They carry around steak and shake seasoning.
Yeah.
Some Grippo
Some
seasoning.
Chick-fil-A sauce under a wing, you know?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
Oh.
it just needs to lay out in the sun a little longer. You know, tan up.
Tan up, let it bake.
Yeah, get
Needs to be
good
more
and
firm.
leathery.
Yeah.
Flip over. Make
Depends on
sure
how you
you
like
all
it.
good.
I mean, it's good for you, man.
I believe. I don't know. I don't want to be a vulture. I don't want to be a hagfish. I don't want to be any of these things.
I'm sure you do.
Hagfish literally just looks like an alien with an asshole for a face.
Well, that's because and it's got like these rows of teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
So it can suction on into the butthole and get on inside the body and just
I
munch
think-
on the organs.
I think I'd rather be a hagfish than a vulture.
I think I'd probably maybe no. I don't. Well, fuck. They both go in through the asshole first.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least the
Would you
hagfish
rather-
doesn't gotta see it.
would you rather be an animal that can fly, but is limited to only the ground, or would you rather be an animal that can swim but is limited to only the ocean?
I don't know, flying would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But also, there'd probably be like a...
There's a lot of shit in the ocean that we probably have never seen. Well, you wouldn't see it either.
There'd probably be like a 12-year-old with their first shotgun shoots you in the head of a holler somewhere. If you were a vulture.
Dude, you'd have
That's a possibility.
You'd probably have a much more badass. I'll be honest about you though, if you were a vulture.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, like, who wants to? Like, really though? Like, yeah, I'm a hagfish, bro.
Vulture
I'm a
kind
hag.
of give you, you know, because they'll go some dark places.
What's that?
Vultures will, so
Yeah, they will.
they give me a little bit of a chill.
and they got some homies. They're very menacing.
Well, vultures don't give a shit. Honestly, if you're living or dead, they'll pluck your eyes out either way.
That's true. They're actually pretty big birds.
I mean, shit, man. They'll follow you. They're like, "Oh, are you dying? Are you
They'll
dying?"
watch you out.
You'll be
Yeah.
dead in a couple
Yeah,
days.
I'm just gonna hop alongside you.
Give
see
you a
what's going
peck
on.
every once in a while. I'd be upset.
Scream at you.
I wonder if that's ever motivated anybody to live through a bad situation.
Oh my god.
A determined vulture is behind them.
They're like, no, fuck you.
It's like the fat guy being followed.
Will not eat me.
Yeah.
It's like the fat guy being followed with the trombone. A dying guy being followed by a vulture. They're both stubborn as fuck. Neither one of them want to give up. Vulture's like, come on, man. God damn. How long you got? Like, man, I'm not going to die. I've been shot. Well, the vulture shot him. Fuck it. Vulture shot him 3 times.
It's a crazy
Goddamn.
vulture.
This is a
They're not
hostile
above
bird.
Yeah, they're not above it.
No, he's not unless he's flying.
Well,
Then he is above it.
that's true.
Aerial shots. That's a flyby.
That's true. He could have done that.
Flyby.
No fly zone, buddy.
Oh my god.
Do they let birds fly in no-fly zones?
I don't think
They shoot them down?
I don't think they can tell a bird what to do, especially a vulture.
They can shoot them, though.
This is America. There ain't no birds here. What are you talking
Just
about?
eagles.
Do you want a bunch of vultures just ganging up and spiraling over you, doing that intimidating fly around?
Just wait.
And you know what I'm talking
Imagine
about.
you're starving
Just
to
wait.
death and you eat a vulture and then you die from like the fucking diseases that their meat might have, and then their vulture buddies get to eat you.
There is something, I read into something a few years ago. I was curious to see if anybody had ever tried vulture meat or had tried to prep vulture to see if they could eat it. Which, obviously, that sounds like a horrible idea.
I'm sure somebody's had to.
They have. Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't
People
they carry
have.
like parasites though?
For sure.
They eat dead
They
shit.
have to, yeah.
Think of what their stomach contents may consist of. All decomposing,
Just a
rotten
sampler.
carcasses.
Just a sampler.
It's kind of like I mean, it's like an owl pellet, but they're not throwing it up.
No owls like shit bones.
No, I think they throw them up.
Oh, they just...
Like they
Digest what they
regurgitate,
can.
and they regurgitate like the bones and the shit. That,
What if cats did that instead of hairballs?
Oh my god, I don't know.
That's probably about the same. A hairball's pretty gross already.
Hey, what you get distracted by, my man?
I mean, I'm not getting distracted by anything. I was curious. I was consulting the Google lords. And I was like, should I eat vulture meat? And it says, no. You should never eat vulture meat. Eating these disease-filled birds is not recommended, not even for survival. Vultures eat dead animals, and because of that, they taste awful. Who says? The rotten meat that vultures eat infuses bacteria into their bodies. Well,
Maybe that's something we should get into. Sounds like that would like improve our immune system.
I feel like that's sound advice, but Google also sounded a little bit slanderous towards vultures. They didn't have to be so mean about it.
Kind of sound like a HAL
These disgusting
HAL
birds.
9000 situation. No, Dave, I'm not going to open the door.
no, Dave, I'm not going to allow you to eat scavengers.
Yeah.
That is not the next step in our evolutionary design.
So-
is
How
to
do we
fucking
know?
consume scavenger
Along those
predators.
lines, we should probably never eat lions, hyenas, jaguars, any large carnivores.
Yeah, I don't want to eat any
Bears.
big cats.
We should probably. We eat bears. Bears are scavengers.
I
They eat
have
dead shit.
I have never eaten a bear. Can
my
you
God.
eat bear? Is bear legal?
You can definitely eat bear, but
You
I've
can
never
eat
eaten
bear.
it.
Yeah, they have bear hunts. It's like a drawing. It's kind of like the elk. Didn't elk hunts used to be the same way around here?
Yeah.
Somewhere in one of the local counties?
Definitely.
No, I've eaten elk.
See, I know that like in Michigan they do drawings for like bear hunts. I don't know.
I might have had bear like in a sausage mixed, like, but not just like a bear steak.
I mean, I've never eaten bear, but I've seen like.
You think we'll ever eat Bigfoot?
I think we've already eaten Bigfoot.
Probably, yeah. That's probably why they're extinct. There was a North American great ape at one point.
Well, if you lived in Oklahoma, you could hunt Bigfoot.
Awesome. Do I need a permit?
Yeah.
Gotta have a Bigfoot license.
I think you do. I don't know when this happened. It was sometime this year, if I understand it right. I think it was earlier in the year.
Did they vote it in?
I'm not sure. I just found this article. I knew about it, but I was just trying to find some information on it. Oklahoma state lawmaker introduces Bigfoot hunting season bill. And it's one of those jack shit fucking websites, so it's really hard for me to...
They're just gonna get somebody shot. That's what's gonna happen.
I imagine they did it for like the TV recording companies that do
Yeah.
like the hunt for Bigfoot and.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Bigfoot hunting in that fashion, yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably find the guy speaking about it, but I don't know if you all would be interested. I don't know. Fucking, I ain't worried about it. I'll come
It's
back to it
Bigfoot,
later.
man.
It is Bigfoot, and Bigfoot has a big asshole, and I want to know what you was talking about before we started on this podcast.
Bigfoot probably sends his asshole.
Do you
He
think,
probably does.
think he hangs out with skunk ape?
That's probably the only time you can really catch him sleeping.
Why doesn't Kentucky have a skunk ape thing then? If Oklahoma can have Bigfoot and have a license to
We
hunt
could start
him,
it, man.
we could hunt skunk ape or goat man.
We could start it.
But you can find goat man pretty easy.
There's lots of goat, man.
Yeah, goat man is everywhere and
There's
nowhere at the
a-
same time.
There's a guy that I know, actually, they call him Goat Man. But it's because he had sex with a goat.
Well, that's an entirely different reason.
But he's Goat Man for that reason.
He'd have to be goat man.
So we were talking about sunning our perineum.
So we was talking about how, you can bloom into a beautiful being just by being or by participating in perineum sunning or perineum sunning.
Is this a group activity? Because it sounds like a group activity.
I mean, you could make it a group activity. It's
a tight group.
You're basically just sunning your taint, is what it sounds like, because it's more specifically the area between your asshole and your scrotum.
I don't like
or
this.
vulva.
Sunning.
Actually,
taints.
I feel like sunning your taint is a good idea because it's pretty much the only part of your body that doesn't ever get any sun.
I mean, but why would it?
Probably
though?
needs sun.
I imagine there's like a biological reason that the taint is where it is.
I mean,
what else would be there?
The balls dangle because sperm is better made in a cool environment.
Yeah. Well, that's that dartos muscle. It tightens your sack up and loosens it.
Well, tell my sack to
control your
start being
temperature.
cool.
Why, you need more sperm?
Well,
Drink more water.
I just don't want my nuts to sag, man, to be honest with you.
I think that's inevitable.
I know I'm getting old, and that has definitely been determined by my nut sack swag.
I was thinking
sag.
why don't men have bras for their balls? But I guess that's just underwear. Really.
Yeah, they do make like nut sack underwear now. You just put your bird in a hole and it like
put your nut. It tucks your nuts in like a little pouch, man, like a kangaroo.
That sounds nice.
Yeah,
actually.
it separates your bird and your balls.
That way, no more collisions, man. Your balls are free to just hang out and just enjoy
thing.
the day. And your dick can feel bigger because it doesn't have the balls right there next to it to, try to dwarf it in size.
And my balls really overshadow.
As do
sure.
mine. My nuts, if only my penis went as far down as my balls did.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're on the bottom or you wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah. Folks, I'm so glad you've tuned into this Leftovers because on the main show, generally we're not talking about the sag levels of our balls or assholes being sunned.
Well,
sunning your taint.
I think it's important to sun your taint, and I'm going to start doing it.
It is important to sun your taint because your taint hosts blood vessels and nerves that provide sensation and nutrition to your genitals.
Nutrition?
I'm going to get somebody back there with a brush.
So you need to get that vitamin D. Is it vitamin D or C you get from the sun?
All of it.
Well, cunt or dick, whichever one. Whichever.
Something like that. I think we should all start sunning ourselves.
I don't want to.
It's only controversial because it's taboo to be fucking naked in this country.
Yeah.
I don't want to be naked. I don't want to see you naked. Actually, I kind of do.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I think it's important to see your friends naked.
I mean, you get to know them better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like, don't you remember, man, when you were a kid, you showed me your PP, I show you mine?
I remember that like a few weeks ago, yeah.
I was doing it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it every weekend, but
well, that's fair.
Not with my friends usually.
Did you do that with people?
Usually.
Did you do that when you went to Jungle Gyms?
Show someone my penis?
Yeah.
In the bathroom, someone definitely saw it, I'm sure. Because there was a tall man next to me.
Well, tall men have no shame.
You know, if you're peeing next to a tall guy, he can see it.
They're peeking.
Yeah.
They're always peeking.
They can't not peek. You're right.
Like,
right
Shaq
there.
is always peeking when he's in the bathroom.
He's seen everybody's penis.
Yeah. There's not a penis. He's not seen mine, but I've not met Shaq.
If he asked, I'd show it to him.
Shaq says, man, have you seen penis? I can't do a Shaq voice.
I know how you can see his penis.
How can Shaq's penis?
Yes.
I mean, like,
You gotta get him involved.
If I just wait, it'll start knocking on the door.
You gotta get him involved in sunning his taint, and then once you do that, he can lie on his back with his legs spread wide in the air and his face away from the sun.
Stop.
And then they lean over so that the rays have direct access to the perineum.
Stop.
You know, I was wondering how they did it.
I don't want.
That's not how I imagined it.
I know. I imagine like laying on your back and like lifting your legs toward your head.
Well, I imagine like laying on your stomach.
Did I just black out? Did we just completely ignore the fact that he used Shaq as an example of having him stretch his big long ass legs up into the sky, so the heels of his feet are touching the sky like Kid Icarus next to the sun. He's letting the sun his taint, sunning his What did you say? Directly into his perineum?
Perineum, yes.
Well, how delicious. The sunshine says, well, happy me.
You'll have
What a
happy
place
feet.
to go.
Probably so.
Well, what's Goatsy doing? How's Goatsy?
He's an expert.
Goatsy's like a black hole. It just swallows all light.
When Goatsy starts sunning his, it turns into fucking eclipses and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
You have to be careful not to get sunburnt there, though. Because that would be rough.
I don't think, can you even put sunscreen there?
Well, I mean, you could.
Yeah, you could. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, they make face sunscreen like.
I mean, I guess people
cream.
bleach them, so.
Yeah, they bleach your ass.
Yeah.
If you can bleach an asshole, then you can. God,
I wonder how that came about. How do you convince the first person to bleach their asshole? Or how do you get somebody to do it for you? Because I assume that's how it happened.
Because they told them it would be more attractive.
It just sounds like that came about
Or
at
more clean.
a party of drinking to me. That sounds like a bunch of dudes
I wonder what happened.
got hammered and was like, "Bro, I got an idea," and somebody decided they wanted to pat him, be like,
It has to burn.
You know, the main reason people don't get rim jobs is because the perception that the butthole is dirty. What if we bleach said butthole so it looks like it's a cleaner dinner plate to eat off of?
And you know what? With a clean butthole and a mere 30 seconds of sunlight on said butthole, you'll receive more energy than you would in an entire day of being outside with your clothes on.
Well, I bet, because you know, if I got on my hands and knees out in public, spread my asshole for the public and the sunshine
Do you spread
for
the
30 seconds, I would probably have plenty of energy to run from the cops.
Yeah, you would
Well,
need
make
to.
sure you use your lawnmower 3.0 or 4.0.
No, I can't even do that, man. I
You
just
have to, dude. You can't have the shade on it. Don't defeat the purpose. You got to trim that shade.
I guess you're right.
But then you wouldn't be
It's
able to see
jungle
it
down
glistening in the sun.
It's a fucking hairy jumble down there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I imagine it's probably swampy if it's out in the sun, but
I'm going to have to try that now.
Well, I need to try Jungle Gyms, damn it. Not to jump back on it, but
You
I never
definitely-
did ask you about
You
it.
absolutely should. It's the happiest place on earth.
And for
Fuck
those
Disney
that
World.
may not be familiar, what is Jungle Gyms
It's-
exactly?
It's, if you enjoy eating food, it's a great place to go.
So it's like
Because they have all of it there.
it's like practically a giant grocery store,
It's exactly that, yeah. Well, they also sell, cigars and alcohol and things like that.
alcohol.
Yeah. They have a bar inside.
Why do you need a bar in a grocery store?
I mean, you should
you
try
got a
it.
sample.
No, you can buy full pints there.
Well, I know, but I mean, you can sample while you're there.
Well, yeah.
Please tell me you got smashed in the grocery store.
I drank 3 beers while I was there. And I got
Oh my
pretty
God.
drunk. I don't remember all of what I bought.
I was gonna say,
Honey, I'm going to the grocery store. I'll be back later.
come
I
back
drank-
shit face.
It was.
But you got the groceries though.
It was definitely interesting. I had to nap in
Eat
the
the
car
bread and
after.
milk.
I vomited.
Oh God.
Did you really
I did later on that day.
go to a grocery store just to puke?
Well, the thing is,
But you couldn't. You had to have some alcohol.
Alcohol and spicy food.
it's a
Mm.
huge
Hand in
place. Like it literally, not even taking our time. We were in there for like 4 hours.
I mean, I would say you probably were. Where's it at?
The one we went. Well, they're both in Ohio, but
Oh, there's
One
more than
is-
one.
yeah, but there's one in Fairfield and there's one in something called like Eastgate. It's in Cincinnati, but they're
But
really
they're both in Ohio.
they're really only like 20 miles apart. I don't know why there's two.
Of course, they would pick such a beautiful state.
Well,
Beautiful state.
there are beautiful parts of Ohio for
I
sure.
mean, sure, yeah.
The Serpent Mounds are there. Those are pretty cool.
And they have jungle gyms.
And they have jungle gyms. That's really all you need.
Do they also have like I mean like I've always wanted to go there. I never have pulled the trigger to go.
Let's go tomorrow.
Oh shit! I mean I'm on vacation currently. Kiwi is on vacation, but Jimothy is on vacation and still on braincake premises. I'm still here. Damn it! Can't shoo me off. But yeah, like I was gonna ask, don't they have like I wouldn't equate it to like the Mall of America for groceries. Maybe it is.
I would say it's that.
But they literally have foods from all over the globe, right? Like,
yeah, and they have it.
They have it's sectioned.
Yeah, different aisles. Some of the smaller ones, like there's, there'll just be dividers in the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them, they have like their own little like hallway you walk down, and it's decorated.
Man, I could honestly, I feel like I would only be able to make that trip comfortably as if I had 2 freezers. Like two barren, empty freezers.
Well, there's definitely a lot of dry goods you can get too. I mean, really.
Well, yeah, I don't even know why I would need it.
But definitely need a cooler, for sure. Need a cooler.
Because, fuck, I would imagine if you really want, if it was a trip you were making out of it, you just live
Is
here.
it like a fresh market too? Like, can you get like fresh meat and stuff?
Oh,
yeah.
I bet.
There's live fish you can buy. They're still swimming while you're there.
Cool.
You can say, I want to eat that guy tonight, and then take it home.
That simple, huh? Just going, I want to eat that motherfucker right now.
Get that one for me.
Get him out of there. They hack the fucking tuna fish's head off right there in front of you and give it to you. Wrap it up
you
in
gotta
a
look
nice
at it
little
and
package.
say, you see that one with the small tumor on it? That's the one I want.
So, they got lobsters. They got lobsters that are like as big as my leg almost.
Oh my god.
I got pretty fat legs.
I've not seen a lobster tank in I don't know how long.
This is a wild lobster tank. And the produce section is like an acre just by itself.
It's its own farmland.
It produces its own oxygen.
I mean, if I went,
Probably.
I feel like I could go with no less than $500 in my pocket.
Both times we went, we probably spent several $100s there, but
food's not the worst thing in the world to have such an
definitely
expenditure
not.
on.
Especially not as long as you don't waste it. There's a ton of great mustards.
Well,
Like that kind of
that's
thing.
not exactly the selling point to
That's
get me
me.
to go, but
Well, they're German. They're German mustards.
oh well,
That's why.
now you're talking to me. Why didn't you say so?
Mustard.
Why was you waiting on that delivery? You should have said German from the start.
Lead with
Well,
that,
I feel like mustard is a German thing. I associate mustard with Germany.
man.
I guess it's not though, but that's what I think about.
Bitter, yeah. I feel.
I only associate sauerkraut with Germany.
Yeah, I mean it's hard not to associate kraut with it.
Sausage.
I associate getting drunk in grocery stores with broth.
I did that. I've done that both times I've went to Jungle Gyms, but the last time I should have just drank 2 like I did the first time.
Should buy some
Instead of
sake.
3. They have it. They do.
Could just
Yeah,
drunk
some.
you. Just like, dude, you could have just like got smashed off all the world's beers.
You could have just sampled them all, man.
It was fun rolling up like to the little bar because there's like the old what looks like to me alcoholics that are there.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm sure
they're
there's-
just waiting there with me. It's like 10 a.m.
That's a casual alcoholics hanging out in jungle gyms,
I'm like,
sitting there 6 a.m.
I
waiting
was
for
like,
it.
I don't know if it's okay to be drinking beer at 10 a.m., but that's what I did that day.
Alcoholics do it. Why not? Join the crowd.
Yeah, man. Just all you got to do, get hammered in the morning, go out and
Drive
do
your
the
car.
completely unscientifically researched, process of sunning your perineum in the afternoon.
What's the difficulty in life, man, if the judgment of others are all you have to deal with?
That's
You
true.
know?
It's really myself judging me, I think.
Yeah, it was.
They didn't give a fuck. Them old men didn't give a fuck. People
those old
shopping
men-
there didn't give a
Those
fuck.
old men, I think, probably were drunk when they got there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they
They're
were.
just riding.
They went to
had been
sleep drunk
drinking
and
all
woke up.
night.
Yeah.
They woke up drunk and had to go get their pick-me-up.
Well, their wives left them as soon as they came in.
So, they'd been at the bar until 3, and then the bar shut down, so they had to leave, and then the grocery store opened at, 6, 7?
It's like daycare.
Yeah.
Their wives drop them off there so they can get drunk, and then they come back and pick them up.
All they say is, here, get this list of things.
What
And
what's
they
on
have
the
all
list?
day to walk around and, drink and get the... Yeah, that's a perfect way to get drunks or alcoholics to, shop.
Or booth
It
it.
really is. You definitely spend more money.
Yeah.
In addition to the money you spent on the alcohol.
Here, buy you a couple drinks, walk around, peruse, get what you need,
Mosey about and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Puke.
sample.
Puke, yeah. Piss on
If you
yourself.
need to. I didn't do that. I almost shit my pants though.
Isn't that terrifying?
That was unrelated to the alcohol.
What'd you eat?
Nothing. I just, I think you should probably shit your pants at least once a year or so.
It humbles you.
Keeps you humble, you know.
You got to keep humble, man. Otherwise, you get an ego about yourself and you're unstoppable.
Sometimes I shit my pants on purpose just to.
Well, I mean, after a certain age, you don't even have to clean it up.
Will you shit in my pants?
Definitely.
So I can say I done it to myself, but like my bowel movements suck. But you shit lightning and crap thunder, my friend. So
I could do it. I could do it from here, actually.
I mean, like, I'd rather you do it in mine because you're wearing some nice chinos, and I'd rather you do it in my
They're brown.
dumpy, ratted jeans. Keep your chinos safe, my man. I'm Team Chino.
Projectile diarrhea into his pants.
You know, I wonder what's the max pressure you can get out of some diarrhea.
Oh my God.
40 psi?
So that seems excessive.
You guys will use Shaq as an example for this one too?
Well,
if he's got his
a big
legs stretched up into the sky again, spread like...
Yeah, after he's sunned all day, I imagine it builds up a good pressure, like pressure cooker.
Yeah, all that sunshine's packed in there, man. It's got to come out.
Stomach boils all day. And all the fucking crazy food he has to eat. All that fucking pizza.
I'm going to spread the glory of...
sunning your butt on.
Sunning it, man. Just sun it.
Walk out on the porch tomorrow.
I could. There's nobody there where I live. I could do that for sure. If you drive by at that time, that's your problem.
She's going to think you've lost your fucking mind.
She thinks that already. That'd probably be low on the list of
oh my God.
questions.
It could be a family event. Just go outside and stuff.
You know, if you started doing it early in a child's life, they would just think that was new.
Yeah, they think everybody
They'd
did
be like, oh, that's just what, you know, that's what they go out and sun their buttholes. That's what they do.
I'm sorry. I found something, and God damn it! What is my life?
The will to live.
It's not the will of life. The will to live. It's a world record, and I don't know how much validity there is to this.
Is it diarrhea pressure?
Oh, this is Guinness Book of World Records. So
that's pretty legit.
Yeah, that's so. Okay.
They run a tight ship over there.
The furthest distance anyone has ever urinated. Would anyone care to take a stab
I'm gonna say
at the furthest distance ever urinated? How far can you projectile your piss?
I'm gonna say 23 feet.
Okay. Well, say you, Jer.
I'm going to say about 35.
Okay. Well, you all are both... I mean, it's right in the middle there. 30 feet. 30 feet.
30 feet.
The world's longest poop is 26 feet.
Wait. The turd is 26 feet long?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbroken, uninterrupted.
No rest strings or nothing?
Huh?
No rest strings in it? You know, like a little tighten up?
Nope. It's all one consecutive bowel movement.
That sounds like it probably felt great.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably did. Can you imagine how long that shit has to be packed in there?
How does that even work?
How do you prep? Do you put a cork in yourself or something?
Well, I mean, it has to be just a mass inside, right? There can't be something that long inside you that isn't your intestines.
It has to be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but your intestines are like fucking hundreds of feet long.
Yeah, like a mountain road, man.
It's like a mountain road.
That's what's going on up there.
That's horrifying. I need to get
I can't
away from
imagine
my
the
phone.
pressure that you feel pissing that hard, though.
A lot. It probably hurts.
It
And I
would
also
have
wonder,
to hurt.
Were they standing flat-footed and they went 30 feet just straight?
It was in a horizontal position, face up. So she's pretty much on her back, the way it sounds.
So they pissed on
Yeah.
themselves?
Like-
It was a woman?
Yeah, it was a woman.
She laid on her back, aimed her coochie at the sky, and let it fly.
Boy, there's just something about laying on our backs and splitting our legs to the sky above.
You know, she probably didn't even know she was doing it. She was probably just sunning her butthole.
Yeah, she was sunning her butt.
And Guinness was out there.
Peeing.
She might have went out and got drunk with James at Jungle Jim's and came back and had to pee.
You know, I remember that.
That was right out in the parking lot.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It says it was in Italy here.
Well,
So I don't know how much I believe you, good sir.
she come over and check out the States for a while, man. Shit's been terrible over there.
It's fucking,
Not enough sun.
There's not enough sun in Italy.
They need more sunshine, right? It's like the UK. They got too much wetness over there. I don't know if it rains in Italy.
They come to eat some birds on Tuesdays.
No, that's us.
That's what I'm saying. Did she come over to eat some birds on Tuesday, man?
Vultures.
Yeah, they can eat some vultures.
We could eat some vultures. If we lived to be like 80, 90, we could eat vultures. It'd be fine. It'd be alright.
I think it's a safe
I
diet.
mean, fuck it at that point, right?
We're the vultures.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I mean, wouldn't it kill the bacteria if you cooked it good enough? Like, if you threw this motherfucker in, like, a roaster
I know
for,
people
like, 16 hours.
I know people do eat like coyote, and I feel like that carries some parasites too.
Yeah, but I feel like with them, they don't like eat rotten
Oh
carcasses.
yeah, vulture's definitely worse.
Yeah.
I feel like, but
I don't know if you could. I just don't know if you could take the taintedness out of vulture meat.
Most predators that we think about are scavengers before they're actually hunters. Because the scavenging is easier with fucking meals when you're a wild animal.
It's let me feast upon your corpse. I don't know. I feel like if I was an animal, maybe that'd be the easier way to go. Just be a scavenger. And here we are. We're right back at square one, ladies and gentlemen.
definitely be easier to be a scavenger.
And definitely not a hagfish. What's happened tonight?
Shit got a little slimy.
It definitely got slime.
It got slimy and it got its butthole shapened up.
Yeah, we got some non-medical advice.
Yeah, you all tuned in to hear some geniuses. Kiwi is not here to keep us in line, and we're rebelling against the system. We know you guys tune in for us.
We're talking about balls and buttholes and stuff.
Balls and buttholes and whales and hagfish and this actually, you know what? This has been an episode of marine biology.
That's true. These are all true facts we're telling you all.
That's right.
This has been part of the National Geographic program.
Yeah.
Welcome to Earth, ladies and gentlemen.
Slapped all with hillbilly like or something.
Buddy.
Budgie, that's what we say, because that's what people hears when they hear us talk.
You think?
They say, there's them goddamn dumbass hillbilly people.
Them dummies.
Them fucking
Fucking
dummies.
dummies.
Listen at them. God, them's cute down there, don't it?
Bunch of flatlanders.
Yeah, bunch of mountain climbers. Look at them fuckheads. Fucking each other's cousins in the mouth and shit.
If it's each other's cousins, that's fine.
I mean, I bet it closer candy.
Look, you ain't find territory until somebody turns blue.
That's true. And those people are they're not too far away.
No, they're real.
Know enough of their distant relatives, which isn't too far. They mean like that their family tree doesn't fork whatsoever. So
Yeah, let's go look out for Gargamel.
yeah, Gargamel. Plenty of Gargamels nearby. And Azraels.
Get some Azriel.
Oh my god.
That is not Gargamel.
I wouldn't even attempt to Gargamel it. I don't know.
Yeah, don't gargle.
Yeah, I don't.
Wouldn't he
I
a
just
Jew?
swallow it.
What?
Wouldn't he a Jew? Or
Gargamel?
Jewish? Yeah.
I don't know. Jews exist in the Smurfs?
I think he was like, what's that even?
Or was he supposed to be like a slur,
He's-
like a, not a slur.
I see
but
what
you
you're
know I'm
saying. Like he's designed to be kind of
Yeah.
like antagonistic, kind of like the old Looney Tune cartoons. Like there was an old one of Bugs where it was him and I think Yosemite Sam, and Yosemite Sam was like the Confederate or something, and Bugs was strumming on a banjo and he was brown in that episode. He's going, oh my old Kentucky home.
There's a lot
Stuff
of
like that, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! So is that what you're saying? It's like that kind of like,
Yeah.
it's like a veiled attack,
yeah, I can't think of the word that you would use for it, but it's that.
like a slanderous
Yeah,
depiction
yeah,
or something, caricaturized.
yeah.
Well-
Caricature is what I was thinking.
Okay.
According to French sociologist Antoine, I'm not going
Levet?
to attempt your last name.
Okay.
Gargamel is suggestive of a stereotype of a Jew having a big nose, magic powers, love of gold, and balding looks.
Well, there you go. Well, Jer was 100% on that.
What's
So,
the magic powers thing? Why do people think?
I
Jews fuck
actually
with
I had
magic
never
powers?
even heard that until
I've heard it.
then. I didn't.
But
I wasn't
I don't
aware of
understand.
that.
Well, I mean,
That shows you how unaware I am of
Jesus was a
slurs
Jew.
of
Maybe
this
that's
kind.
where the magic power thing comes from.
I mean, I suppose. I really don't know. But that's so fucking... Cartoons are... Man, what's up with animators?
So
Like,
the Jew was trying to kill the blue people.
That is
Keep that in mind.
so bizarre.
And the smartest one were all red.
Folks, that was not like intended radio silence. I didn't know what to say back to that. Because like I was man, those cartoons back in the 40s and
People
50s.
did not give a fuck.
No, I mean like they were just like outright, hey man, check this out. Fuck this kind of fuck these kind of people. Let's do this. Like I can remember. I mean like it's also like what was more acceptable at the time. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, literally, people did not give a fuck.
But I absolutely cannot defend it either.
Right.
It's like, okay, I did not realize that about Gargamel literally until you just told me. I think that would have never even occurred to me. Honestly.
Dude, he's Gargamel.
Like, I was just like, the dude's Gargamel. I'm like, but it would never occur to me that like that could have been perceived like as like an attack on you know what I mean? Just like drawing him like this, they're like, yeah, fuck these people.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. Like, why even bother?
And look, okay, so what really gets me is I'm pretty sure I learned about this at some point in my life, and it just stuck with me because of the irony of the situation that, you know, historically, you know, with Nazi Germany and all that stuff, those powers basically, you know, did the Holocaust with the Jews. But in the Smurfs, the Jew is trying to basically pull a Holocaust on the Smurfs.
The tides are turned, I see.
It's like a...
So,
yeah,
okay. So
turn to the table in a way, as well as drawing the character and giving the characteristics. But people don't look at that. They just look at, oh, well, they made him, you know, stereotypical.
But Gargamel never succeeded.
He never succeeded.
The Smurfs were always smarter.
Yeah.
The Smurfs were always better.
The guys in white coats.
What did Gargamel do? I don't even know what his motives were, why he wanted to fuck up the Smurfs so bad.
I don't either.
I don't know what his true motives were. Maybe his cat liked them and wanted to play with them. Maybe he made them. Maybe that's what it was. I think he made the Smurfs.
I thought he wanted their magic or some shit like that. I really haven't watched the Smurfs in a long time.
I haven't either.
I didn't even realize. Is there even like an episodic succession to the storyline?
Why was Smurfette the only female?
Yeah, that's pretty questionable.
Ants have queens, right? There's only one female to an ant colony. Maybe Smurfs work the same way. Why is the leader? Why is the alpha male an old man?
Well, let's see. Apparently,
oh gosh,
I had to look into it, and obviously, beautiful thing about the internet, you can just look up
like Smurf hierarchy.
Let's see, Smurfette decided that she wants to be a real Smurf, and Papa Smurf cast a spell that changed her hair from black to blonde as a sign of her transformation. She was the only female Smurf until the creation of Sassette.
Who created Sassette?
That I don't know.
Wow, there's a lot we need to look into on the Smurfs, man. I feel like this story is actually...
We'll have to look into the Smurfs for sure.
Man, we can look into the Smurfs. I just don't want to look into the Storks. Or Snorks.
Snork.
Fucking hate Snorks, man.
Just water Smurfs?
Yeah.
Water Smurfs. And here we go, damn it, here we go, marine biology again.
Yeah.
They
could probably eat hagfish, man.
Get hard-ons on their heads.
I mean, the Snorks was basically sea monkeys.
Yeah.
In cartoon form.
Man, Hanna-Barbera, they pretty much took the same premise for about 10 different shows, didn't they? Just applied it. They copied and pasted the formula for all their cartoons.
Look, Jetsons, Flintstones,
Snorks, fucking Smurfs.
Smurfs.
They all feel kind of like they feel like they're Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Yogi Bear.
Yeah, Yogi and
Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry.
Fucking, I don't think Droopy was.
Was Top Cat Hanna-Barbera?
Top Cat, yes sir. Top
Cat.
Wow. And don't get me wrong, I love Hanna-Barbera cartoons, but to say that there isn't racism and shit like veiled throughout their cartoons, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You're fucking nuts. And watch where was a black person in the Flintstones?
There
wasn't.
They didn't have them yet, man. They didn't make it back then.
I can remember an episode of the Jetsons, like one of the very first episodes. It's all like the whole fucking premise of the episode is Jane Jetson's trying to get her driver's license. And the driver's
big
teacher is fucking freaked the fuck out because like, oh God, it's a woman. It's a woman.
In this futuristic society.
Gonna drive.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We have flying cars and women still don't drive. What the fuck?
I imagine she couldn't vote either.
Well, probably not. But like, even George was mad. He's like, no wife of mine is gonna drive a car. Like,
Oh my
and people
God.
and women want to say they're being held down today. Think of the women back then, man.
Right.
My God. And that's not the stance even for me to take. I don't know what they go through, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, fucking homies was telling them to be in the goddamn kitchen and not be able to drive. Like,
And
what
not-
kind of
don't
mind
speak
fuck?
out.
And not
Turn.
sarcastically.
Yeah, not
you know?
even being sarcastic about it. Like, what the? That's a mind fuck to me. I can't even comprehend that. Like, legitimately, I can't comprehend.
You don't think it'd be cool to beat your wife? Man?
I
never
mean,
thought about it?
there's plenty of people out there that feel like that's a great time.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember.
You know,
Stockholm
sometimes-
syndrome's easy to develop.
I wonder if sometimes people don't want a purge to happen simply so they can beat up their spouse and not get in trouble for it.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, there's all sorts of rednecks itching their nuts and fucking stroking their fucking 12 gauge, hoping for a purge so that way they can bust that fucking that shell nut all over somebody's back. Be like, good goddamn boys, finally the
You know what gets
reckoning
me?
has come.
Yeah.
The poor people think that they'd be able to break into the rich people who would obviously have better security, more protection.
Baby, I tell you what, I'd be breaking into the fuckers' houses. I'd be breaking into all the trailers, baby. Baby, the people that's living in the trailers got that shit that Samson won't.
Shove your trailer over the fucking hill, Sam.
Baby, my trailer is over the hill, baby.
It just needs shoved on over the hill.
Baby, I live at a 40-degree angle, baby.
I'd just like to do petty shit during the purge, like steal candy
My baby.
and stuff like that.
You don't come steal candy.
Don't get a new set of
candy?
tires for my car.
Baby, I miss you motherfuckers, baby. I just want to come around, baby. It's Halloween time, baby. Samson's here.
Trick or treat.
Samson was always here.
Baby, trick or track mark, baby.
Both.
Baby, I got track marks all the way up my leg.
You got that's why you gotta go between the toes, Samson.
Baby, I tried it once between your toes. And
Hurts.
I blacked out, but it hurts again. Man, I didn't even get high, baby. I just passed out because it hurt.
Blacked out when you raised back up.
Baby, I woke up like, honey, take your baby.
Gotta take another hit.
Baby, yeah, exactly, baby. You wake up, it's
Yeah,
time to
it's
get
time.
tombstoned, baby.
Oh,
Baby, I tell you what, goddamn, woo-hoo, I see myself out the door on that damn bitch.
Alright, Samson's dead.
fuck. Samson did.
I just wanted to bring him in for a minute. It's Halloween. Samson's allowed to come out of the closet every now and again. He's still got to die on
should.
episode
He
100.
needs to come out of the closet.
He should. Yeah, I think that might
Samson-
be part of the problem.
Samson's doing his best, man. Like, actually, I don't know if he's doing any good or not because
He's probably not doing his best.
he hadn't talked about drugs for a long time. Comes in, they talk about drugs again. He might have relapsed.
He could have. We need to check on him.
Yeah, we should probably readmit him back into a facility, see if he can get some treatment. I don't think it clicked with him first time he went. He wasn't
That's
ready.
right. Yeah.
But he didn't want it either. He don't think he wants it.
He doesn't want it. He hadn't had enough yet, man.
He hadn't had enough.
gotta
You know how
pain.
you
He's
make
gotta
him
get back
stay in
into it.
rehab?
How you make him? How you make?
Ketamine.
I thought you said break his
Samson
knees.
would never leave rehab if he had ketamine.
If he break his
Baby,
knees.
let me grab it, son. Put that shit in the microwave, baby. Snort that to him, bitch. Yeah.
He's fucking getting real good on some ketamine. He won't ever like it.
Well,
He won't be conscious to leave.
no, he won't. He don't want to. So wake me up and feed me more ketamine. I'm a wounded animal. Give me ketamine.
But what if we gave you ketamine and then you woke up as Samson and couldn't come out of it?
I'd probably kill myself.
You'd be Samson. It
You
wouldn't
just
occur
gotta
to
take
you.
more ketamine.
I think seppuku would be the only resolve.
It's like a light switch, you know. You take ketamine, turn it on. Take ketamine, turn it off.
That's true. Well, folks, I think
You should take some ketamine and turn it off.
I'm going to pass on the ketamine.
And sun your asshole also.
I'm not, and I'm going to pass on sunning my asshole, especially in public. I'm going to pass on a swimming pool full of cum. I'm going to pass on the marine biology lesson that we've all had today. This is a weird cake.
You know what? I think I'm going to give a marine biology lesson while sunning my asshole in a swimming pool full of cum.
That sounds like a
Wow.
fucking party.
That's. I have nothing to say.
Night, folks.
Good night.
Deuces.